What weight
But
class were you wrestling at in high school?
my senior year, I was 140. Freshman year, I was 119. So I wrestled anywhere from
Okay.
119 to 140. So little, very little.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I just with wrestling, I definitely look back on that, and I think did not work nearly as hard as I should have. Wrestling season, I would work hard during the season. Like when the season was on, man, like I went to practice, I would drill as hard as anyone or work harder than anyone in the room. But when the season was over, I was like, okay, cool, I'm done till next year. Like if we had a summer camp, I would go and do stuff, but I was never one to go search out like extra training outside of, outside of what we would do with the team, which definitely held me back. I think if I had worked harder in that aspect, went and done more, I could have been a much, much better wrestler. And I think that drove me in other things to be better. I think with CrossFit, I think I think 3 years ago was probably my best year of CrossFit. And I was working hard that year. I was doing 3 hours a day probably. And, you know, I gave it my all. And I think I was finished like it's when they had North America as one quarterfinal instead of split in half. So I think I finished like 300th in the North American quarterfinal. And man, I gave it my all. So it's one of those like, it is what it is. Maybe I'm just not meant to be that guy. And I think maybe I'm meant to be a better coach or programmer than I am an athlete. And that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. It's just, I still train hard because I enjoy it. Like now I get to train hard because I enjoy it, not necessarily because I want to be amazing. If I end up being good or having a good year, then great. But, you know, I think investing into other people has been very fun. Like we were talking about Sydney and seeing her succeed and seeing like the little amount that I've done with her already and seeing how good she's gotten, you know, that's a huge confidence boost for not only her, but for me as a coach, to see what she's able to do. So that's super cool.
Yeah. And I mean, you said 3 years ago is when you finished like top 300 when it was North America.
Yeah, I think actually the next year I was not as fit. I think I just got really lucky with the programming because I finished in about the same spot. And I remember being like, I'm not in good shape. Yeah. I think I just got very lucky in what the workouts were. They just kind of fit in my wheelhouse.
But okay. But the year that you literally gave it your all, like you were grinding in the gym, obviously you were still coaching, still running the gym, what have you. I mean, do you look back on that time and are you confident that you did everything that you could?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, the only thing maybe I could have done more was eat. Eat more. I lost a crap ton of weight. I think that might have been, if I look back and was going to change something, it'd be like, dude, like eat another 1,000 calories a day. And you know, maybe that would have made the difference. But
yeah. Did you just get super lean while you were doing that much work?
Yeah. I was down to like 160 pounds.
And what do you weigh right now?
172.
Okay.
And I'm only 5'5". So, I mean, it's
a 12-pound difference, dude. I mean, we're talking about like pound for pound. Then how much stronger do you have to be really to throw 200 pounds over your head consistently?
Yeah. You know, I got smashed that year by the, which one was it? The the wall ball row workout. The wall ball row workout just decimated me. Like I got done with that workout and was like, dude, like I crushed that. Like I gave it all I had. And then like the scores start rolling in and I'm like, okay, I just suck at rowing. I'm like, what do I do?
I would say you're maybe you're mechanically misaligned for the rower, if I really had to guess.
Definitely wasn't a great workout for short people, but I mean, what do you do? I mean, a lot of the other workouts were greater for small guys. So
yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
What do you think maybe it's size, maybe it's skill. What do you think your best movement or your best couplet or your best chipper? Like what movements, if it was like, yo, it's my day, what would you put in there?
Oh, I mean, if you just wanted me to like race and beat somebody, Fran. I mean,
just straight up.
Yeah, Fran's. I think that's my one claim to CrossFit fame is that I think it was like 3 years ago, Dave Castro reposted my Fran. I think I did it in 154.
Jeez, dude.
So he reposted that and that was cool. And it was cool to be in the limelight and see like all the stuff, all the like games athletes deal with of like
people just ripping you.
Oh yeah. They're like, those are no reps. Those don't count. And then like the coolest part is like you had like Josh Bridges actually. There was 2 or 3, maybe more than that, like X Games athletes and stuff that came on there and they're like, you do it. They were like, they had my back. So that was really freaking cool to see like these guys come up and just be like, dude, like, nah, like you do it. Like if you're going to talk all this crap, you do it. Should send us a video.
Did Hiller come for your throat when you did it?
No, this was before Hiller. This is before Hiller probably would have ripped me apart. And here's the thing, like I look back at the video, I'm like, yeah, some of those were probably no reps, but
Yeah.
like
Just
you're doing
just like an elbow lockout, or what are we talking?
If
You had to guess.
probably hip crease below the knee on the squats. I was just ripping.
Just
There's
flying,
probably
going as fast as you can.
oh yeah, like I'm yanking the bar. There might have been some elbow lockout, but the angle you were at, you would never know. Like it was a side angle, so you couldn't really tell if they were.
Yeah.
I mean,
You could see
but
the
I'm
inside
like,
of your elbow, and you're like, well, that looks high enough.
yeah,
But
I
who
forget what
knows?
happened that day.